Next up, we have David Berger, the co-founder and CEO of Volara. David.
Good morning. I'm David Berger, founder and CEO of Volara, and I'm thrilled to introduce you to the travel and hospitality communications platform for the post-pandemic era, enabling guest, traveler, and customer engagement by contactless automated voice. As Skype, Zoom, WebEx, Slack, and other communications platforms have built their products on Android and iOS, the mobile operating systems, Volara has built its communications platform on Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, and IBM Watson, the voice-based operating systems. Today, our clients are seeing a measurable ROI in terms of operational efficiency, increased engagement, service recovery, upsell opportunities, and increased loyalty. And the troves of never before captured data are driving future decision-making. That's money. And that's why the dollar signs in hospitality, long thought to require face-to-face interactions with guests, are looking different these days. What makes our technology unique? We've added a platform-agnostic abstraction layer atop the leading natural language processing platforms that turns them into an enterprise-grade business communications tool with proprietary privacy protections for the end user, ensuring recordings are not captured nor associated with any guest personally identifiable information. Data security protections for the manager, keeping sensitive details like occupancy rates and customer lists from the prying eyes of the major platforms. Interaction accuracy optimization, driven by the data that we've collected on how guests and travelers have engaged with automated voice interfaces over the last 5 years. Code-free, real-time automated conversation management built to enable guest services staff to manage the automated communications without IT involvement. And open APIs that enable other technologies to integrate and be instantly voice-enabled. Something 42 partner technologies have chosen to do to date. And it's those differentiators that have led the largest travel and hospitality companies in the world to engage with Volara. Marriott, which today has 8 hotels with our solution in every guest room, noted our shared commitment to guest privacy when selecting Volara as its exclusive partner for its voice pilots. But it's not just the largest hoteliers in the world, it's the individual boutiques and franchises as well, along with airports, airlines, and stadiums, and even some behemoths from other industries that are looking to drag us into new verticals where our solutions are similarly applicable. Now, I've heard lots of skepticism towards automated voice interfaces across the travel and hospitality community, and I get it. Nobody likes to grow old while waiting for prompts of a monotonous phone tree. But not all customer engagement is well suited for automated voice interfaces. But just like web and mobile, voice is just an interface, a means of communication that will evolve over time. It's the application, that is how you harness the interface, that matters. And it's the customer service application where Volara is acutely focused today. Volara is in the enterprise communications business with a focus on the hospitality industry. Any place that customers communicate with your hospitality organizations, you will begin to find Volara. Today, we offer a SaaS-based business model and are addressing the premium segment of the hospitality market. For tomorrow, we're exploring an advertiser-driven business model that will enable the solution to scale across all segments of the hospitality industry. Some have said that we compete with the SMS-based guest engagement solutions or mobile app-based guest engagement solutions. Others have said that we compete with the guest room telephone and PBX systems. The truth is that I view all other solutions as potential partners as we grow to overtake the largest communications companies in the world, from Verizon to AT&T, who have underserved enterprise clients and failed to innovate to meet the demands of today's market. Our core team has been together since our founding in January 2016 because we're committed to a common vision, to create breakthrough value for our clients and shareholders. We continue to grow our team with 2 fantastic new hires just this week. The current pandemic environment is no doubt disrupting the hospitality industry, And with that disruption will come opportunity for those who adapt and adjust. Volara is being proactive and leaning into this new normal, where contactless guest engagement is not a nice to have, it's a requirement for any hotelier or hospitality organization seeking to thrive, even survive. And the proof, it's in the pudding. We're solving pain points made more acute by the pandemic. We've tripled our MRR since March 2020, and we became profitable in October 2020. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David.
I love pudding.
Is now the time for voice, Dragons? What do you think?
I have a question. Why do you think your MRR went up so much during the pandemic?
So the need for hospitality organizations to serve their customers, their guests in a contactless way just became more acute. And I think hospitality organizations have recognized that and have begun to invest in that. I actually think it's just the beginning.
How can these customers that are getting used to speakers and they get into the hotel and they use yours, how do they communicate with the hotel when they're in a hotel room?
When they're not in the hotel room?
Yeah.
So it depends on the property. Some properties utilize our solution in common areas as well, in lobbies, in the gym, in concierge desks, and even more and more at front desk when they have limited staff on site.
How about a voice interface through your phone? Is that possible?
It's coming.
Oh.
Yep.
I think that will be a breakthrough.
I agree. Yes, I think there are a few key tipping points that are coming. One is voice interface through the traveler's own mobile that can be connected in and identify that traveler within the hospitality organization's PMS or other tools. A full phone replacement. So we're working today on emergency dialing so we can take the guest room phones finally out of hotels. And then the third is the advertising-based business model, which will enable the solution to scale to organizations that maybe can't afford a subscription fee or would prefer not to pay one.
Thanks.
Congratulations on becoming profitable during the pandemic. That certainly sets you apart from most startups. I am just curious though about kind of your experience around consumer preference for voice versus a phone-based, text-based interface.
Mm-hmm. So I sell voice every day. I'm also the first to recognize that voice isn't the best interface for every type of interaction. There are some interactions that are better on a mobile app, some that are better face-to-face, some that are better by text. I think hospitality organizations need to support the channels that are most comfortable for their guests for specific interactions. And I also, want to highlight, we're starting with voice. It's sort of a unique entry point into the communications business, enterprise communications business in hospitality, and it served us really well. But it's really just the beginning.
Just from a product point of view, what's the way that you activate the service, I guess, when you're in the hotel room? Is it sort of a "Hey Siri" kind of thing, or what's the?
Yeah, so
all kinds of things in hotel rooms.
Great question. So we made a strategic decision to leverage the major platforms, natural language processing, and hardware. And it's been interesting. Others that launched around the same time as us, but decided to build their own hardware or compete with those major natural language processing platforms, have gone out of business. And I think our decision was correct, not just because it's easier and less resource intensive to leverage those platforms, but also because guests today are very comfortable and used to using these major platforms. They're used to them from home. When we started,
Hey Siri or whatever.
5 seconds, David. 5 more seconds.
I was just going to say, when we started the business, there were 8 million Amazon Alexa devices in the market. Today, I think there are 300 plus million. So the consumers are getting more and more used to voice interfaces.
Great. Thank you very much, David. Well done.
Thank you.